What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new vlog. Today we are out here playing Arlington National Cemetery beta. They're currently right now doing a changing of the guard right now. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? I am Corporal Cody of the 3rd Infantry Regiment, United States Army, Guard of Honor, Guard of Honor, Assistant Relief Commander of the 2nd Relief. Guard of Honor, Assistant Relief Commander of the 2nd Relief, Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. He's going to salute the tomb, and here comes this guard. The guard that's marching. And then he's going to come to the new guard, the one that's going to relieve that guard off his duties. So that guard can go back to the barracks to take a little break. And then this guard will take over guarding the tomb. So he's going to do the rifle inspection. He's going to say left, shoulder, arms. Left, shoulder, arms. Okay? And they're going to say forward, halt, or forward march. And they'll start marching. Then that guard will stop there. You would go to the center of the mat. And that guard will walk off the mat. And then he would turn that way. And then he would wait for the command. Forward march. And guards halt. Then they would say that. And then they would take their rifles off their shoulders, go to port arms. Then they would face the tomb to once again salute the tomb. And then they would go ahead, and then that guard right there would say present arms. Then they would salute the tomb for sign of respect. And then this guard will turn back around, and then the guard will say order arms. And then they would turn back to their normal position. And then the guard will say pass on your orders. And then this guard will say guards, pass on your orders. Guards, pass on your orders. Post and orders. Remain as directed. Orders acknowledged. And then they would say, the guard will say, ready, face. They would face the tomb. They would go to present arms with the rifle, which is present arms. And then that guard will salute the tomb. And then they would go back to port arms. And then this guard will go back to the shoulders on their arms, right shoulder arms, and then this the guard will say post. This tomb guard right here will go on the mat. Then they would say right face. And then the relief commander would hold right beside this guard right here. And then they would say forward march. And then they would hold right there. And then they would face each other. And then the rifle guardman would go to port arms, and then he would rack his bolt, racks bolt, and he would safety his rifle. He would put the rifle on safety, and then he would say fall out, and then the relief commander would look this way, and that guard would I'm just gonna salute the guard, sign of respect. Then the relief commander would go back to the barracks as well. And then the new guard that was switched out would go ahead and take over the time to guard the tomb, while the other guard is taking his time off of guarding the tomb. So that's about it for the changing out of the guard. If y'all want to see more videos like this and y'all want to see more, go ahead, hit that like, subscribe button, turn post notifications on so you never miss another video. And I will see you on the next one. Bonos!